Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Bat Châtillon 155-55. It's the tier 9 French SPG with a single shot, and it's located on the south spawn of mines under the command of coffinwarmer. And alongside him, I believe, is a Bat Chat 155-58. That's the tier 10 version. So he's in a tier 10 game. Now, they did actually build a prototype of the original single shot version of the Bat Chat 155-55, but never got put into production. And the idea was to create a rotating turret that means the Arty could fire in any direction he wanted. And right, he's aiming straight towards the center line, expecting the enemy to turn up. He's loaded and ready to go. Rounds out. Direct hit on the AMX-50B. And he stunned both of them. So he's picking up loads of stun assist. And the fast reload means he's almost about ready to shoot again. 23.63 seconds? Well, it's a very quick reload indeed. He's lined up. He's ready. Rounds out. And yes! Gets another one right into the side of that AMX-50, but he's going to move and relocate, and with good reason, because there are enemy Arty. There's two of them, an M53-55 and a Conqueror gun carriage, and they could quite easily fire in this direction if they were after a quick counter battery. So it's well worth moving after shooting, just in case they were paying attention to him. No, I think one of the reasons why... Oh, C55A took around 227. Looks like it hit the corner. The reason... I think one of the reasons why this Arty never actually got built was primarily because the AMX-13F3 was actually still quite successful. And it was an export seller for the French. This Arty was actually using parts... he hits a T10. Parts of an M47 Patton tank as it's as the foundation for the design, but it was a Bat Chat design. It was really one of theirs, and it's actually quite fast if you think about it compared to some other Artys. It's very fast, and the 155mm gun is actually quite handy. Round out on T10, direct hit again. And he's now down to a one shot before he was killed. Or before he'll be killed. Yeah, he's waiting for his reload to go in because he desperately wants to kill that T10. Unfortunately, his teammates have lost sight of him, so he can't kill what he can't see. There he is. Okay, now he's loaded. But unfortunately, now the towers are getting in the way. He's hunting for a solution, he just couldn't find one. So instead he's going to rotate the turret to have another shot at that T55A, I think. Rounds out. Yup. 127 though. It was a near miss. Now the great thing about that Bat Chat is the fact that it can run and rush all over the battlefield fairly quickly, which means changing position in order to get good shots on the enemy is quite handy, quite easy. But unfortunately, on the far west side of the battlefield, we've got an Object 140. That'd be one of the alternate firing positions that he could use, but now the enemy own that position, so he's going to have to try and put a round into that 140. I'm not sure how close that was. He might have been able to get past that point before the shell arrives. We're looking at an AMX-50B somewhere up in the castle grounds. Can get a shot on that E75, no problem. And it's a kill shot! That's nice. And he'll soon be reloaded so he can have another go at that AMX-50B, who's obviously using that rock as a shield. So it'd be quite nice actually to sort of like disavow him of that feature, the fact that it can be used as a shield, by putting a round into him. But instead he's gone for the other AMX-50. They've both got about 500 hit points each, but that's slightly more than is needed to take them out, or could be used with one quick shot on them. So I think they're still a 2-shot to kill. The Udez, well, he's got a red line there, so he's not going to be able to get a shot on him unless he pulls back and changes his angle. That's one of the good things about the Bat Chat, is that you can actually change the orientation of the vehicle even though the gun's facing, well, any direction really. So if you know that the enemy might turn up at your doorstep, you can put the vehicle in such a position so that you can make a quick escape. Just orient the vehicle so you can press the go button or press your W key the moment you want to go and get out of there. But unfortunately, he's now being boxed into this southeast corner of the map. He fires at the Waffenträger. Ooh, 2 shots went in simultaneously, and I think the other one went out from the other Bat Chats. So he might have some more rounds available. The Bat Chats, the Waffenträger's a 1-shot, and yes, he does get killed by the Bat Chat 155-58 with his next round. Now, if that object 140 over to the west gets wiped out with the next shot, and I think he's going to try and have a go. If he can get rid of him, then he can escape to the west and get another angle on the enemy. In fact, actually now we are potentially winning this game. But this shot is a difficult one. If you see the reticule, although it's drifting a bit. Oh, a lovely target. We're waiting for the turret to turn around. The enemy Conqueror gun carriage has been spotted. And rounds out. This should kill it. It does. And they've just lost their T-55A. And it looks like it's almost, well, it's almost in the bag. And you say that's normally the wrong statement to make, because when that happens, normally you lose. But he's going to go for that Object 705. He's got the rear of the vehicle to fire at. He's loaded and rounds out. Direct hit. He didn't stun his teammate, but his teammate was hit by the enemy Arty, unfortunately, and has just been killed by the AMX-50B. So I said it was in the bag, and now they've managed to even up the score again. So it's 5 versus 4. Well, 5 versus 3, because they just killed the Object 140. 705's about to get another hit point reduction. Or did he? No, he didn't. I felt sure that he would get that one. Okay, now I think he just noticed where one of the enemy Arties might be. He's looking in this little corner. Such a well-used spot, that one. Not a very good place for an Arty. Not unless you keep relocating. Oh, yes, he did notice where he was. And he found him. So that's 2 Arties taken out. Is that a counter battery? Yes, I think it is. So he's got a counter battery bag out of that one. There's only 2 enemies remaining, but one's an Object 705, one's an AMX-50B. So who's going to get the honours? I think some of the others would like him to actually move over to the west side of the map, and I think that would be a good idea, actually, just to get a different angle on the 705. Jagdtiger's making his way towards the enemy cap. And he's decided to turn and come back up the north approach to the hill. There's the AMX-50B. He's not an easy shot. In fact, I don't think we can possibly touch him from here. Now we can. He's backing up, so we're going to splash him. 130. That's good. He's now 1 shot. 705 just took some fire from the Jagdtiger. So it looks like coffinwarmer's going to take out the AMX-50B. That was the Bat Chat 155-58 just firing in. We're firing in, and no. It was just a little too late to kill the AMX-50B, but unfortunately he's just killed our Jaegeru. But he's taken out by the other Arty. So there's only one enemy left. And we're changing position because the Object 705 is hiding behind that rock. And we might as well get into a spot where we can actually apply pressure on that 705. And the only place to do that will be over on the west side of the battlefield. And he's been killed by the Jagdtiger. So this was a fruitless journey. Oh well. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it was the first class tanker for coffinwarmer in the Bat Chat 155-55. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed to get 18 in that one. A Confederate medal for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. And also he got the Counter Battery Fire medal for taking out both enemy Arty, the Conqueror gun carriage and the M53, M55. He didn't get the highest amount of damage. The highest damage went to the AMX-50B on the enemy team. He managed to get 4,056 hit points of damage. And then the next highest score after that was the Jagdtiger with 3,350. But he did get the fourth highest damage with 3,031 hit points of damage after the Object 140 with 3,230. When it came to kills though, it was the Object 140 who got 4 kills. And then we've got coffinwarmer with 3 kills along with the Bat Chat 155-58. So both Artys very, very busy. When it came to base XP though, unfortunately he's a little further down the table. Third place, 959 base experience points. The AE Phase 1 managed 1027 and the Jagdtiger 1025. He fired 16 rounds, got 10 direct hits and 1 penetration, 16 splash, damage of 3,031 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 10 of the enemy, killed 3, and did 360 hit points of damage assist and 1,006 hit points of stun assist off 13 stuns. On a free-to-play account, he earned 28,748 credits and after resupply of ammunition, took home 10,828 credits. He received 959 base XP times 2 for the first victory, took away 1,918 altogether. So not a bad little game there sitting in the corner. It's the Bat Chat 155-58 over on the other side. Yep, they were both very obvious positions, but it seems that the enemy Arty was more busy with the tanks than with doing counter battery, and that was unfortunate for them because coffinwarmer did spot where they were, or at least he was told where the Conqueror gun carriage was, but he worked out where the M55 was and took him out with a blind shot kill. So very nice. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification button so you get alerted as soon as a new video goes up. Thanks for watching.